In this episode of Doon the Street, we take a look at some sinister goings-on in the picturesque East Lothian village of Gifford. Come on, let's go down the street. The small, picturesque village of Gifford in the parish of Yester, East Lothian, sits 4 miles south of the beautiful market town of Harrington, nestled at the foot of the Lammermoor Hills. With its artisanal shops and cafes, Gifford is a popular destination for walkers and cyclists alike. On the face of it, Gifford is the archetypal Scottish village. But Gifford has a dark secret. Gifford takes its name from Sir Hugo de Giffard, also known as the Wizard of Yester. Gifford was considered to be a powerful warlock and necromancer, and it was at Yester Castle, deep in the woods to the south of the village, where he was said to have practiced his sorcery and witchcraft. It's reported to be one of the most haunted places in Scotland, so I thought I'd pop down and have a wee look. It was a crisp winter morning, and I was treated to some beautiful views in this most ancient of Scottish woodlands. Adopting the age-old skills of woodsmen before me, I trekked on through some very difficult conditions. The going was hard, but I got going, stopping off on the way to say hello to an old friend. The river crossings were treacherous, and I was starting to feel fatigued, when suddenly the first signs of the castle's existence. One thing you notice when you're up here is there's no signposts. There's nothing to tell you where the castle is. It's just surrounded with millions of trees. It's almost as if someone was trying to keep you out. When suddenly, looming out of the snow-covered, twisted, ancient woodland, Yester Castle and the Goblin Ha. It was the 12th century poet Terence Michael Joseph Butler who wrote of Gifford. Misty morning, clouds in the sky. Without warning, the wizard walks by, casting his shadow, weaving his spell. Funny clothes, tinkling bell. Never talking, just keeps walking, spreading his magic. In this very cavern, thought locally to have been formed by magical artifice, legend supposed that Hugo was able via a pact with the devil himself to raise a magical army to his aid and use them to carry out his will. It's this army of hobgoblins that are considered to be the builders of Yester Castle, although it could have just been some local tradesmen from the nearby town of Trinent, as the similarity is uncanny. Now, the way you get into the chamber is around here. There's a secret tunnel. It's not for the faint-hearted. You go in here. We're inside the chamber now, and it's here that Sir Hugo de Gifford was supposed to practice his sorcery and witchcraft. And I've got to tell you, it's a really strange atmosphere in here. Over here is the stairwell that went down to the well where they got water. But after the castle was abandoned, locals blocked that up with big massive bits of stone because it was said to be a gateway, a physical gateway into hell. And so they used big bits of stone. It's well known that evil spirits can't move heavy stone. Pow! Just shit my pants. Down there, you can see all the stone there that's collapsed in. Locals have put that up. Got all that piled up down there to stop the demons from coming down. Aye, that's quite something else. If you listen carefully, you can hear some of those demons trying to get through. Yeah, listen. There you go. I don't know what that was, but it just goes to prove, don't fuck around with things you don't understand about. Another story about the Wizard of Yester tells that upon the marriage of his daughter to Brune of Colston, Sir Hugo was down on his uppers and unable to afford a dowry. En route to the church at Gifford, Sir Hugo plucked a fresh pear out of a tree and gifted it to his daughter, with the proviso that should anything happen to the pear, it would spell disaster for the family. The pear was encased in a silver box and kept safe, and the Brunes prospered. A few hundred years later, in 1692, on her wedding night, the fiancé of Sir George Brune decided to remove the pear from its casket. The fruit looked as good as the day it was picked, and she could not resist taking a bite. Things quickly went tits up, and Sir George amassed enormous gambling debts and was forced to sell his estate to his brother Robert, who was then killed in a flash flood caused by evil. It was said that after the pear was tasted, it turned hard as a rock, and with its bite marks still in evidence, it remains at Colston Hall to this day. Bloody old toffs never chuck anything away, do they? Well, there you have it. That is the story of Sir Hugo de Gifford, the Wizard of Yester. Join me next time on Doon the Street for more interesting facts about Haddington and its surrounding area. Almost walked into a massive puddle. See you next time on